Hi. Look. I'll give it a few minutes, see who comes in, if anybody. Hey, Dallas. Dallas, tell me what my sound's like because I'm on my crappy earbuds and I'm in my car, but I'm not driving. Before people freak out, I'm just sitting, waiting. My son went to a escape room, so I have like an hour to kill and it's not worth driving home. So we just stopped and got McDonald's, and now we're at the beach. But it's a little too cold to go out, so we're sitting in the car. But of course, I'm also only on StreamYard, so I can't see from the YouTube side, so I think there's a little bit of a delay. Well, let me know how I sound. Hey, Chicky. Can you let me know how it sounds? I know I'm seeing comments on a delay. Or is it really bad? And I'll just turn the Bluetooth off and I'll only stream through my phone mic. Oh, yay. Thank you. Yeah. All right. I know, baby. Let me talk about something that I saw last night. And I told Jen I was going to talk about it because it is, we all hear the craziest shit on YouTube, right? We hear crazy shit every single day. And I feel a little funky, guys, so my voice may sound a little weird. Like, I was not feeling good last night. Like, I did that live yesterday. I was fine. Then all of a sudden, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, ew, I just do not feel good. Like the start of something, like I just had that yucky overall feeling. My head felt a little funny, my throat, my tummy was a little upset. Like I just didn't feel good. Hey, Jen. And then I went to sleep, woke up, and I still was like, I'm not really myself. Even driving like to the puzzle place, the escape room, I was like, something's not right. But I'm just going to go easy. I think it's just maybe like a little touch of something. I'll COVID test when I get home, but I don't think it's that. I had COVID less than 6 months ago, so. Wow. Sorry, guys, if I mute, it's just because she's in the background. So, Jen, I'm going to talk about what we saw last night. Well, a lot of you may have saw this, but it's just so freaking crazy. We have to talk about it. So I should tag poor Holly Lewis in the news because somebody went live. I don't want to like get involved in their stuff because they have this like long history, and I know I'm just being like a drama monger right now, but it's so crazy that I have to talk about it. So somebody went live to kind of defend themselves for sharing like a pretty diesel docs. I don't know how to do. Let me try to invite you. Hold on. Okay, let me try to. Okay, let's see, guys. I'm going to try to send a link through DM. Oh, wait, I can comment. I figured it out yesterday. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Mom. Wait, this is. CJ, hold on, baby. Okay. Hold on, baby. So, post comment. So, I figured how to do this from my phone. Let's see if it works. You guys tell me if you can see it in chat. And yeah, I can put user in timeout or I can star a comment, but I don't know what star comment means. Does that mean it's pinned? Anyway, so poor Holly Lewis. Is that you?
Yes, poor Holly Lewis. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Freaking this whole time I thought I was on my earbuds thinking they were actually working, and then you came up and I realized that I'm on my speakerphone. Oh God, I suck. So anyway, yeah, poor Holly Lewis gets accused. Somebody trying to defend their Uber docs because it was a doozy. It was but it was a bunch of information shared on Holly Lewis in a group chat. Okay, that's neither here nor there. It doesn't matter that part. What matters for her, of course, but is that the story was that she is a magical, she's a witch with powers that's running a sex cult that has targeted the haunt community because it's full of vulnerable women. And for Doyle,
I know,
gateway guy.
I know.
It's just so crazy.
I know.
Oh my my God. I mean, I'm laughing because it is that insane. I don't think it's funny to the people directly involved, but actually I think she got a good kick out of it too. But I'm only saying I don't think it's funny to the people directly involved because it's their lives. But I think like it's so far-fetched that like even like this doesn't, it's so crazy that I feel like it couldn't possibly, like nobody's gonna buy it, so like you don't have to worry about it impacting your life because
They were talking about like someone believing that a demon was sent across the sea and scratched her in the neck.
It was sent via FedEx.
Yeah. Yes.
You guys, come on.
Yes. And they believe it.
Yeah.
Audie and I were dying.
I couldn't help it. I was like, oh my God, these people. Like, even, I don't know. I'm sorry, I was chewing a chicken nugget. I know that's gross. I know people hate when people.
Here?
I know. She's not. Flip. I know. She'll flip out. I know it's gross. I shouldn't do it unless I'm like titling in a mukbang or something. But how this like really, because I wasn't feeling so hot. Oh, I wish I could get out and show you guys. See, the problem is I don't know how to flip the camera when I'm streaming from my phone.
Yeah.
To show you this like skyline right now. It's like really beautiful. But anyway, so Gen X sent me who this was. Oh, I'll say who it was. Can I say that or am I going to get in trouble? I'm going to say.
Oh yeah, no, you can reference them.
I mean, it's all live. So Holly Lewis in the News is a channel. It's from the Krama community, Chicky. And then the DeLorean is another channel. And they have been battling, and they're from the anti-McCamey Manor community. So like there's a long history. Like stuff I want to know nothing about. I don't ever really talk about them, but this was just too good to not talk about. I even was commenting on, because I didn't catch it live. I caught it on a replay. Just about everything I caught on the replay except for the DeLorean's live. But even
which you had me watch at 2 speed, which was hysterically funny.
Oh, Chloe's in there. Chloe saw it live. Chloe, we're talking about poor Holly Lewis in the news being the queen of. She's like Queen Madam. Wait, what did they call her? Heidi. Wait, Holly Fleiss. Holly Fleiss.
Yep.
the Madam of sex cult.
Yes, Tonic.
Yes, Tonic. That's where we are. So she's the queen. So she's got powers, a sex cult. Wait, no. It's a magical. It's a coven. A coven. She has a coven, like an actual witch coven, and running a sex cult that has been feeding on the haunt communities on Facebook, which is just this is gold. This is YouTube gold. This is the kind of stuff that I want to talk about, because you know what? Is nobody in the end, because it's so far-fetched. I feel like I said before, like she was able to even laugh about it. But at the time during the live stream, I was even commenting, Tonic, if I let you up, are you gonna I don't have a banner or anything. I trust that it's you, right? And then somebody, right? Okay, thank you. I see you. Okay.
Hey, Tonic.
Okay, he's here.
Why do you fear me, Audie?
No, I don't fear you. I fear
why do you fear me?
Listen to me right now.
Why do you fear me?
Pretending to be you and then coming up here and doing something naughty to
Why are you so scared? Why are you so scared? What did I do to you?
I'm not scared.
I think you're scared.
Did you hear her? She's like, listen to me right now. She used the mom voice on you.
I hear the voice. I feel the trepidation in your voice.
Oh, it's the French fry in my mouth.
Absolutely.
Okay. So,
sounds like you're nervously eating.
I am. It is one of my nervous.
Do I make you nervous? Is that what's going on?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes, because I'm a very I'm a very I like to know what happens next kind of gal, you know.
Yeah.
You're kind of fly off, or what is that saying? You
no, I'm the kind of guy that's anything could happen in the next half hour kind of guy.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I like what's going to happen for the next week, at least 2 weeks in advance.
Do you have a lot of Tupperware in your house?
Tupperware?
Yes.
Actually, I do. And you want to know something? I cannot find the lids for any of it.
Okay. Do you have a lot of Sharpies and labels in your house as well?
No, I'm not organized. No.
That's not good. That's not good. You're sitting here wanting to plan ahead. You're sitting here wanting to plan ahead, but you're not.
No,
not organized.
I don't like surprises. Put it that way. Like I am the worst at holidays. I'm the worst. Like I think I told my surprise 40th birthday party. I told the story about that. I felt terrible, but like I couldn't have. Like the way I reacted was like because it was real time. Like it wasn't like intentional. It just happened that way. I was like so angry about this surprise party. I just don't like to be caught off guard.
Angry about a surprise party. Those people did that for you.
I know. And then I felt terrible. Listen, the guilt. I was riddled with guilt afterwards. I had an amazing time. We laughed. We had fun. It was just like that first like 2 minutes of the surprise. I like looked at my husband with like daggers and I was just like, why did you do this? I hate surprise parties. Like quiet.
Oh, that poor son of a bitch. I feel so. You know what? I'm going to send him. I'm going to send your man a card. I'm going to apologize for you. I'm going to send him an edible arrangements. I'll also send him a picture of me shirtless.
Oh,
absolutely. Absolutely. Your man will be mine by the end of the week.
You can take him. You'll send him back, I assure you. You'll send him back.
So, Audie, let me ask you this: are you religious?
Yeah.
You are?
No. I mean, not religious in the sense like I don't actively practice a particular religion.
Could I interest you in my religion?
Judaism?
No.
Oh, I see where we're going. Sorry. I was like, I could probably school you on Judaism. No, are we talking about the Temple of Tonics that I hear that's been going around?
Oh yeah. Oh no, we're looking for members. We're looking for devoted members.
Well, since we were just talking about a cult, did you hear what I was talking about?
I just got here. I just walked in the door. I just grabbed a
Listen
drink.
to this. Okay, you need to listen though, okay? Imagine this. Imagine turning on your computer one day, okay? And somebody that you're battling with in the YouTube streets goes live, okay? And they say, they're very upset. You could tell they're very angry. You could tell they're very hurt. And they say, I'm going to have to share something I've been sitting on and didn't want to share because it's just that bad about Tonic.
Tears shed.
Okay? Tears, okay? And what they said was Tonic is running a sex cult led by witches. They have a coven and they use magical. They not only can send demons through FedEx to scratch other YouTubers, but they will send videos of themselves abusing their husbands at night to get, for the leader of the sex cult to get off to.
Yes, those are all requirements.
Yeah. Okay, so here we are.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? It just worked out perfectly. You came in to invite me to your cult right after I was done talking about Holly Lewis and the news of sex cult. See how these things happen?
I mean, listen, running a cult ain't easy. It ain't easy being cheesy. I think Chester Cheetah can agree with that, okay? So, I mean, I do hard work. You girls understand what hard work is, right? We're in America. Land of the free.
I have some questions. I have questions.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So do you have like a manifesto or is there like a holy book we have to refer to? When do we worship? Like these are the things I need to know.
So like you have to swear your allegiance on a stack of GQ magazines?
Oh, that makes sense. That's appropriate. Yes.
Stop it, girls. I'm trying to do this shit, and when you laugh, it fucking breaks my heart.
Okay, I'll mute.
Like this, like people wonder. Like I troll all the time, right? I do this all the time. It's one of my favorite things to do on the internet, to be honest with you. And people wonder, like, how do you break it? How do you keep so straight? How do you keep so straight face? If you just laugh when I'm trying to do a joke, I break every time. I break like a fucking fine china.
Yeah.
Let's
can't. Get back to the biz. Get back to the biz. I need to know. What are the dues? What are the dues for membership?
What are the dues for membership?
Yeah. Am I going to have to be branded?
No. Well, I mean, you can if you want. I don't give a shit. I mean, you're not gonna have to be.
Is it like a little box or like a little?
You put this anywhere really. You can put it on a sticker. You put it on your car. You can put it on your bike. I don't give a shit.
My helmet, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm not going to make people like that's fucked up. Like I have a couple tattoos, right? And I always thought to myself, never, ever, 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 ever get a band tattoo. You know why? You know why that is?
A band? Like, isn't a music band?
Yeah, never get a band tattoo.
Okay, what?
Because something you don't know how that person's life's going to be the rest of your life, right? You're going to be supporting that band whenever they do. Like, for instance, Led Zeppelin tattoos are pretty popular, right? The whole
Yeah.
Michael.
I mean, maybe not my cup of tea, but yeah, I could see people getting some Led Zeppelin tattoos.
I mean, Jimmy Page groomed a 14-year-old girl and ended up marrying her underage, right?
That seems to be like a lot more common than I think back then too. Like, people didn't talk. Why didn't we talk about it? Why was nobody talking about it then?
Yeah, there was a guy who talks about it. There's a guy who made a song about it. His name is Jimmy Urine. He was part of the band Mindless Self-Indulgence. The song's called Fuck Jimmy Page.
I'm not a music aficionado. I talked about this yesterday. I really am bad about music, but I do remember the music, like, growing up listening to, like, what my mom and dad listened to, and then I liked some of it, but I really am not good at music culture. But I do know who you're talking about.
Listen, music's fast. Music's endless. Music's absolutely endless. One band I always suggest to people to listen to, and it's fucking, you'll hear me talk about it all the time. They're called Tobacco. Definitely check that shit out. The guy uses a vocoder. They have two bassists, a drummer, the wife's the synth player. Really, really good band. I mean, here, you mind if I cue some up?
Sure, as long as yeah, that's fine. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not. Trust me, I play it on my. Yeah, I play it on my show all the time. It's not
okay. And I'm on my phone, so if it's something I need to do in the back, do I need to do anything, or you're going to do it on your side?
He's queuing it up on his.
Okay. Yeah, I'm queuing it up on mine.
Okay, because I'm very YouTube illiterate. Hi, everybody coming in. I'm sorry. I'm looking at StreamYard only. Hi, Squish and Bartender and Sugar Crits and Steph and who else did I miss? I know I saw Chicky and Chloe and Dallas.
Sugar Crits. Sugar Crits says I'm head of nipple recognition tech support for if the system goes down.
Yeah, so it's got the music itself. The music itself has a very unique flavor to it, a very warm, kind of almost retro flavor. The synthesizers actually kind of remind me of those old science videos they used to play when we were in school, like photosynthesis, wah, wah, like that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see what I mean as soon as it hits your ear. You'll be like, oh shit. But I got it in back for you if you want to bring it up, just like you're bringing someone up from backstage.
You are not porn bombing me, right?
Absolutely not. I would not do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's Tobacco.
Punky banana. Will she get struck for this, Sonic?
Absolutely not. No. I play this all the time.
Okay.
Worst you're going to get is you won't make any money off the video.
I'm not making any money anyway. It's fine.
There you go.
Give me care about that. That's not why I'm here. I'm here just to have fun.
All right.
Hey, teacher mom. Oh, that.
That's just taste. That's just taste.
I like it. You know what it reminds me of? It put me in the almost like not in like the spa, like where you're getting a massage or facial mood, but like in the hair salon, get my nails done mood. Like a
I
puppy in a
put
good mood.
I put I put the full CD backstage for you. You guys can listen to it at your
Thank
leisure.
you.
Yeah. Absolutely a phenomenal album. Phenomenal stuff.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Of course.
Hey, Audie, I'm gonna jump down. Chiki just pointed out I'm the only mod here, and I'm up on panel, so I'm gonna jump down.
Okay, is there something going on in chat?
I'm not sure, but
okay, better. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry, I don't know how to make mods when I'm not on my computer. I don't think I can.
Oh, okay? So you're on StreamYard right now on your phone, right?
Yeah.
So what you would do is you would hit the square button at the bottom, that makes you zero out to the home screen, and you would go to YouTube, and you would go to your own video.
So I could do that, and it won't kick me out of StreamYard?
No.
Oh.
And then you hit the three buttons, and then you slide right back to StreamYard when you're done. But you go to your YouTube, and you hold down the button, and you go Add Moderator.
Okay.
Right. And then you zero right back into StreamYard.
Oh, I thought once I left, I don't know why I thought that. I thought I was.
You know that even if your phone dies, for instance, and you didn't close out the StreamYard, it still goes. So
shit.
Until you end it, it's still going.
That's interesting.
Oh yeah, I've been all over with StreamYards, from fucking doing sleep streams to laying my nuts on the table. Okay.
Oh, so let me ask you a question about sleep streams.
Yeah.
I've seen this on TikTok. Actually, I never saw it on YouTube until recently. I've seen it before on TikTok, where people would live stream sleeping, and then when people would gift them, right, like money through TikTok, because I guess different amounts of money triggered, or I guess they could set it up so that it would trigger like noises.
Hold on, are you familiar with Asian Andy?
No.
Give me a second.
But what is, I saw that Shelly provided a sleep stream last night. I thought, that would just be
she was just doing it. I mean, people, once they get the idea of okay, she's actually sleeping, they fuck off. There's got to be a reason. There's got to be a catch. Because I used to do sleep streams, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like on TikTok, the catch was if somebody gave $50, sirens would start going off in the house and lights flashing, and then it would disturb their sleep. So I guess people think that's funny or something. I don't know, but at least it's something. Yeah. Otherwise, you're just watching them sleep with a rabbit pooping all over you.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Go ahead and bring that up from backstage. What up, Taco Josh? Okay, so this is Asian Andy. Now he's got a bunch of Bluetooth speakers all around his room.
Oh, okay.
And he has TTS on. You know what TTS is?
No.
Okay, TTS is talk to speech service.
Oh yes, I know what that is. Yep.
So
I've seen it on Secular Opinion too. Yep.
Yeah, I could turn on TTS on my streams, and they would be it'd be like Taco Josh says hello people. Tarquin Bojangles says you don't want to go down the TTS route. That's IP2, But here's what happens.
Search up Asian Andy shower picture.
God bless you, man. What the fuck you talk? How's everyone typing the same thing? How's everyone typing the exact same thing? It doesn't make sense. It's like you guys have figured out how to work as a team.
There's a method to the madness,
window. Andy, your window.
What do you mean?
I'm ready to break that glass, bitch. He'll be in here any second now.
Oh, the fuck? The hell's wrong with my... Do you see that? The hell's that? Did you show my TV? The fuck just happened? The fuck? Are there aliens? What the fuck? Someone literally, I swear to God, it just...
OMG, Andy, I'm not joking this time. There's legit someone out there with a knife. Open it so you can see.
A knife against a window? What is it? I can't open my window. It's literally sewed down. It's not sewed. I sewed some masks earlier. But it's screwed down.
Text or whatever it's called.
But you see, okay, so but this is what I'm talking about. Like you can see.
Yeah, that's
like,
clever. That's fun. Yeah.
There's a reason people are donating.
Of
right?
course.
That man made $1,600 that night alone.
16K, I think.
60K.
Yeah,
16K.
that's crazy.
And people love it.
Yeah, that's like I just want to say hi, Dutch Doyle. Hi, Elizabeth K. Lana B. It's so good to see you.
What's
A
up,
lunatic.
man?
Teacher mom. There's another lady too who does like, and again, I don't know, for original, when I first started following her, I thought it was real. And I don't know if I still do think it's real or not, but now I'm starting to think it is scripted. I don't know. The girl with that sleepwalks, did you ever watch her? She sleepwalks, sleep talks, and her husband and her set up like cameras to try to catch it, and then it got caught. Like, she caught it the one night. It was obviously very funny, so this is her story, and she shares it to social media because she thought it was so funny. Well, of course, it blew up. It went viral. So she started this whole shtick where she also does she actually originally came from the beauty community because she's very talented at doing makeup too, but that's neither here nor there. She found like foods that would trigger this like sleepwalking and stuff. I'm sure Selena Spooky Boo. Thank you so much, Jen. That's her like social media handle or whatever. But so she would eat them on purpose and say like, okay, I'm purposely going to eat these things tonight so that we could try to catch me sleepwalking. And it evolved from there. And it was so funny when I first started watching it because it was just like stupid funny. It was like farts and she would just do really bizarre stuff. But then I was like, okay, I get it. If this happens like once a month, but like, how many people really get up and do all these things like multiple times a week? Like, I mean,
because they don't want to do jobs. They don't want to do 9 to 5s.
Oh, well, I get that, but I meant like the actual act of the sleepwalking and stuff. Like, is it real? Then I started to think maybe it's all shtick and it's all like, I'm very paranoid lately, Tonic. I mean, I have a question for you. For you. When I say paranoid, that's the wrong word. The word I'm looking for is cynical.
You're on your toes.
I have a question that maybe only you can answer. But I was going to ask Corrosive, and I know Jen talked about this. There's two people on YouTube right now that I have this question about. Is it really them, or is it all an act? Shelly is one of them. Is she really like she is, or is this an act? I need to know. I need to know. Keep me up at night.
Listen, okay, like it's 50-50, right? Do you know what kabuki is? Have you ever heard of that?
Yes.
Yeah. Very expressive Japanese theater, over exaggerated.
Yep.
Right. I feel.
Yeah, it's almost like camp a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like she's doing that, but she cannot escape the fact that she really cares about people's opinions of her on the internet. Now, I have people saying shit about me all the time. Hell, Tarquin in the chat, man, he calls me fat all the time. They used to get to me, but now I don't even fucking pay attention. I don't give a fuck. There's plenty of people that have had horrendous things to say about me. But that ain't keeping me up. Oh, yeah. That doesn't really affect me. If you watch my show, it doesn't really faze me. But Shelly, on the other hand, I myself have made plenty of streams on Shelly, turning her out into a cow and stuff like that, and debunking her lies. Steph definitely helps out a lot. And those opinions that are cast by myself and also carried on by other people, she really, really gets upset about. So she cannot divorce herself from trying to be a troll and also giving a shit about what people say. If you were going to be a troll, you can't give a fuck what people have to say about you.
I get it.
Like for instance, if I was a real dick, right? I would just come on here and I would just start yelling the N-word. Yeah. Right, and that would be a troll. That would be a really fuked up troll.
Sure, yeah, because they would get the stream taken down.
Right. But I'd be like, yeah, fuck this bitch. You wouldn't, and I'd just start going into it, and it would make me look bad because you got me on footage saying that word, and not a good idea. But also,
yeah,
if I was a
people
troll,
be like, why would you do that to Audie? Audie of all
but I'll tell you
people,
what. I'll tell you
why?
what. I can only say so much about Shelley. You got corrosive commentary here, who wrote the book on this woman. So
Yeah, I
fire
know.
away with him. Fire away.
He's a good source of info for my
Absolutely, he knows
This is
her
like-
better than anyone. I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Hi Naklo,
I mean-
hi Taco and Yoshi Gaming.
She's not a bug in an inspection box. I mean, she's a human being.
That's true. That's true.
I just came up to grab the link for Corrosive, but he's here, so I'm going to pop
Yeah.
out.
Thank you, Gen X.
Thank you.
You're a
Coward,
sweetheart.
you're a coward,
Thanks,
Gen
Jen.
X. You
Yeah,
fear me.
Corrosive.
You
So
fear
my
me.
question was more or less just is it an act or is it real? That's all, because sometimes she makes some really good like points and then all of a sudden like mid thought she'll derail and I'm like, okay, she's just teasing us. This can't be what she would. This can't be how. And again, none of us are. Well, maybe some people are. I think I'm a little more loud maybe than I am in my real life when I'm doing a live stream or. I mean, I do talk a lot in my real life. I talk for a living, so I mean that
You don't say.
just is what it is. But yes, but I just am very
Come on,
curious
man,
about her.
Corosive.
That's all.
Yeah, and being curious is fine. That's fine. It's fine. And
It's-
she's kind of hard to talk to. I'll give you that.
like Tonic said, it's a little of both. I mean, Shelley's been very open about the fact that she's had multiple head traumas. And
Oh,
she's
really?
not lying
I did not
about
know
that.
that.
Yes, she has.
Correct.
She's
Yes.
not lying about that. She's got some focus issues. She's not lying about that. She tends to find these things that are funny only to her, and she tries to chase them down. And she'll do that. She does that weird word connection thing.
Yep.
Where like she'll use the wrong word and then laugh about it and try and make a joke out of it. That's intentional, but that's what she finds funny. And I don't think she
Well,
gets
the
that other
head
people don't
injuries-
follow it.
Yeah, that kind of explains some things, and I'm only because I feel like I've seen this before with like TBIs where they're
Yep.
sometimes the way it's they
Yeah.
address or
the
handle
thing-
certain situations.
The thing with her is she really wants to put on a good show on YouTube for people. She wants people to watch her. And I think we all do. That's why we're all here to a certain extent. Not all of us want to make a life out of it. She doesn't either. I mean, she works a 9 to 5. She supports herself. But she goes back and she obsessively goes over her really
Hey, what's up, bud?
high viewer shows. And she goes and watches them and she takes notes on, because, you know, the YouTube analytics are an amazing tool. You can see what 2-minute period the most people commented. You can see when the most people joined. I mean, you can really go deep into your show analytics. And she obsessively goes over them. And she picks, like, when she had the most comments in chat, and then she goes and listens to what she said, and she makes a note of that. People really like that. They responded to that. So then she works that into her later shows to try and recreate it. And what she doesn't get is some of her best shows were 100% spontaneous. Probably her greatest show ever was when Harry was up there, Andrew was up there, I was up there. She was just going with the flow. I kept dropping myself. She kept bringing me back up. Harry kept asking if Andrew was there. Andrew would say, I'm not here. It was total chaos. Nobody was arguing and fighting. Everybody was laughing.
Oh,
It
you
was a
talking
hell
about
of
the
a
turtle
show.
stream? Hold on, you talking about the
so-
turtle stream?
Hey, Glenn.
Hi, Glenn.
Yeah, that was the I Like Turtles
Hey,
Oh,
stream,
that
Tonic.
was such a good stream. That was such a good fucking show.
I like to make a
Nigga,
comment.
She even got porn bombed that night too.
Yeah,
Yeah, what's up, Glenn?
What's up, Glenn?
well, you know, every time I go over there and I mention Angel, she blocked me every time.
I don't like that. I don't like that, Glenn. You're harmless. Hey,
Yeah,
you
well,
grabbed it.
I mean, she also does have this serious belief that Andrew Tonic and a bunch of other people have this like cabal that is out to destroy her. She's not joking about believing that. No, she really does believe that. And
That's insane.
I mean, I will admit Shelley's dug herself into some of her own holes, but there's other people that just love to go at her for the most ridiculous shit.
Well,
but-
yeah.
Yeah,
What I was saying
yeah,
is
like the one where she lied about being raped and she never
yeah,
was.
Hey,
don't
you know
wanna
what,
go into
Glenn?
that,
Let's not go into that, Glenn. Let's not go into
Yeah,
that. We're
Glenn,
talking about the
honestly,
person.
that was
Attack the
way before.
person. You know,
Yeah,
attack
it
the argument, not the person. You know?
Yeah, and it was before I was around, so I really have
Yeah.
nothing to
Let's-
contribute to that one iota.
Absolutely. Let's keep it classy.
But that doesn't mean like I think we all probably have moments. I mean, I know I have moments like on YouTube where I've been on a panel that I regret or I said something that I shouldn't have or And then I do guess if you have certain people that are out kind of just targeting you, and then they take those moments and then make content out of them all the time, I could see that can get very daunting.
Well, Audie, the way I see it is when you jump on a panel, you're being invited into someone's house essentially. Now everybody's house has different rules. You know, if I'm going into a crack house, obviously someone doesn't mind if I fucking ash on the floor or what have you. You know, but if I'm going into a nice house, obviously, you know, use an ashtray. What are you doing? Fucking a mess. Like Croesus, for instance, I don't go on there and just start fucking bringing up some hot taboo subjects so that he has to uncomfortably like, you know. I stick to the criteria. I try to go with easygoing subjects that he can just insert into the conversation and really, really contribute. There's no point in starting some controversial issue with Croesus on his own live stream. Why? Now, does someone want to come on there and do that on mine? I don't mind. I don't give a shit.
Right,
However, that's my house. I run a crack house. I run a crack house. Okay. Corrosive runs a nice, classy house.
You run the crack house, so therefore bring the crack.
Tonic runs the crack house. I have the beat up trailer with $1 million view. No, but just to bring it back to Audie, to bring it back to
what you got there.
What you were saying. She also has dramatic mood swings, and you can tell when she starts her panel what mood she's in. If she's in a good mood, then she's going to try and be funny. And if she is in a shitty mood, then it's going to be all about her paranoia. And that's what people capitalize on. That
kind of makes me sad, though, Corrosive, because then I feel like almost bad now, like when you catch her on a bad day, that it's exploitative. And I don't want to be like that, even though sometimes I can't help it because I can't look away. I mean, I'm going to admit to that.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we do here, though. And I say we as a collective. I don't mean any specific individual. I'm just saying this this little mess of YouTube seems to want to make literally everyone here into their own lol cow.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I have my own chain of trolls that follow me around telling me I'm a lol cow and you kill myself and, you know, I hate myself and all that shit. And that's nice. They can have all the fun they want, but every single one of them sits in chat with a sock and will never go on a panel and speak ever.
Absolutely.
So just having the wherewithal to get up here and discuss things, I think puts people head and shoulders above a lot of the people in chat that just sit there and try and tear other people down so that they can feel better about themselves.
Yeah, I mean, he's got Trump Monkey who keeps calling him short. This man is a jolly green giant with a charmed fucking life. Going on cruises and shit. You think he gives a fuck with some drug addict?
He told me this morning, Tonic, that I have to be lying about the cruise because we all know no cruise ships sail if there's a hurricane out there.
Oh my gosh! How do I
teach these kids?
Yes, I saw somebody say in a chat today, Corrosive, that you're. Oh wait, what were the? I don't want to say. I'm not saying. I am totally just summarizing this, but it was something along the lines of like you're bragging about like your fancy life. Like how good your life is because you went on a cruise. And I was like, what? He shared like a few little details about his like family vacation. What are you talking about? Because I had said something like people that take to the internet to talk about how wealthy and how happy and how amazing their life is, if they're doing that every day, all day, like there's difference between talking about like highlights, like special things that happen you want to share with like your friends and share with people, and just purposely going out to talk about how amazing your life is. Usually you're overcompensating for something.
Absolutely.
And that's my opinion, and I'm entitled to that. And that somehow somebody then responded to that by saying, like Corrosive and his cruise.
That was Yoda.
Yeah,
that was Yoda. I mean,
and I was just like, what? No,
he booked that shit 2 years ago. I'd be proud as fuck. Like
we lucked out. We lucked out this year in that all of the. So we had booked that cruise a few days before everything shut down for the Wu flu. And so it was put off for 2 years because of that. So we had to wait for another Disney cruise to sail out of New York. It was the first one that sailed out of New York since that happened. So that's why we went on that one.
Can you imagine his family waiting 2 years for that event? They must have been excited. Same thing with the Europe trip.
Yeah, so what happened is we kind of got into this sort of fantasy booking of trips because we weren't able to go anywhere and everybody was offering these super discounts. So we ended up booking shit, and this year everything happened. 2 different Disneys, Europe for 21 days, this cruise, a trip to Canada. I mean, we've been all over the place this year, and it's been. I'm not bragging about it.
but
It's
that's
been driving me
amazing.
nuts.
Yeah.
It's amazing until you realize you haven't slept in your bed as much as you've slept in other beds. But
But you know what? You took advantage, like during a really shitty time. Like you guys did it right because you took advantage of like the deals and the things that were happening to get people back out traveling again and like taking advantage of the tourism when everything had been shut down for so long. Like that's what we all should have been
That's
doing
very
with our.
smart.
I mean, geez, if I had a little extra, like, I don't know, I wish I would have handled things differently instead of stocking up on toilet paper and friggin' wine.
But I mean, you know, people are like, well, you're bragging. I'm like, dude, we eat beans and rice so that we can save up and have this shit paid off before we go.
Yes.
I'm not bragging. We're just smart about what we do with our money.
And it's special when you want to share it. I mean, I think I love hearing you.
Those
share
are cherished memories with his family that he has now forever.
Yep.
Those will never go away, and those kids are going to remember that for the rest of their lives.
Yep.
I mean, I got
those
to show-
experiences are so much more important to me, like having experiences like that with your family than any gift you could ever buy. Like those experiences are priceless. There's no money.
I did immersive medieval history for 25 years. And my kids were sort of raised in it. My wife got into it once we got together. And it was really cool to be able to take my kids to Europe and show them actual medieval history. Like the Shambles in New York is like one of the oldest streets, and it's basically untouched since the Middle Ages. So I could walk them down this and go, this is the stuff that we've been recreating your whole life. This is, you know, that kind of stuff. That's the moments that I wanted. It's not, oh, fuck you, I went to Europe. It was, I want to go see the places where this shit actually happened. I want to go walk the steps where Henry VIII had his wife walk up before she was executed. I mean, just to stand there and see that is amazing, and everybody should do it if they can. But I'm not bragging about it. It's something I've wanted to do my whole life. And by the time I was 50, I could afford to do it. What's up?
I wish I was married to Corrosive. All right, his wife lucked out. I'm jealous of his wife.
I'm just stop it.
No, I can't agree with what you're saying there. In the way I look at it, about other people, if they want their kid had good memories, with what they did with their family. Well, the family got create that memory with them.
Yep.
Those memories are gonna last a lifetime, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who says what on the. I mean, look at Yoda, man. The guy freaks out about knives, right? That's his memories. Oh, look at this knife! Oh my god, it's not.
Yeah.
I got to make memories.
Frost cutlery knives.
Oh yeah. Everybody gives a fucking shit about those. That's why I got 176 views after a day. Piece of shit. But the views that Corrosive really cares about are the ones with his family. He's a family man. He's a family man, and his family loves the shit out of him. When he turns
at the end of the day, that's what's important. That's what's important.
Absolutely.
But Audie, you said there was somebody else that you had wanted to ask about.
Oh, they're not in this community because there's another woman. I actually commented on live, the one that I started talking about when I first went live, because this poor woman was accused of running a coven and being a sex cult leader, and it was just all so silly and ridiculous. And this other person was like, you know, helping to perpetuate this ridiculous story, but she's kind of has a similar, like, you can never tell, like, is she serious or is this a troll or is this her real personality? So I'd asked her today, or I don't remember if it was this morning or last, I think it was this morning, if I could interview her on my channel to ask her questions, because I was just like, she can't really be this, like, go from one mood to the next. But like you said, maybe some people do, just it's part of their makeup, and there might be some other things going on that, like, I just didn't think about that could be contributing to those behaviors.
So there's a lot of deeply broken people on YouTube. It attracts them, it collects them.
Yes, I'm learning that.
And anyone can put their soapbox on YouTube and stand up on it and scream. And this attracts people that love to mess with broken people. And the phenomenon that amazes me the most is there's this what the fuck was her name? Dirty Diana. There's this woman named Diana who was clearly on a lot of drugs and is clearly broken. She wanders around live streaming, talking to God all the time. Mm-hmm. And she wanders around. She like steals stuff. She gets arrested, and as they take her phone away, and as soon as they give her phone back, when she gets out, she's back on it, live streaming and talking to God. Her chat is completely unmoderated, 100%.
It's kind of like Letitia, when everybody was on that Letitia bandwagon, when she was streaming constantly and was in full-blown psychosis.
Yeah, the people who like to troll and go after people like that will get in the chat and get as nasty as they can without getting kicked off YouTube. And I mean, to me, I watched her for a day and a half and realized that this person is not all there, fundamentally broken, and I can't mess with somebody like that because they're not. You know, it's like it's like Mike Tyson fighting a child. That you can't. There's no. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't sit right.
No, it's like low hanging fruit.
Yeah, right? And if you mention it to some of the people in the chat and go, "How can you troll this person?" They suddenly come up with all these justifications. It's well, she stole somebody's bicycle once, so fuck her, and stuff like that. Like, yeah, she's nuts. She's absolutely 100% crazy. Of course, she stole somebody's bike. And just people come up with these horrible justifications for why it's okay to go at the least of people in our society. Like Rebel knows what he's doing. Rebel can stand on his feet and swing back. He's fine to mess with. Yoda, if you try and avoid Yoda and stop fighting with him, he will follow you around to do it. He's fine to mess with. But there's other people that I just
hold on. I got a perfect example.
Can't argue with.
Hold on.
One thing I like to mess with Yoda with.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that, Glenn? I apologize. I was talking.
One.
Say that again?
One thing I like to mess with Yoda with.
What's that?
And I can tell you how I came about messing with him.
What's that, Christine?
Asking why he won't sell his sister out.
Oh yeah, he did tell everybody he was going to do that.
Oh yes, I kind of remember this story a little bit.
Okay,
I only heard it after.
We question kind of give everybody a little insight. One that don't know about it. He went on Andrew's panel one day, and he said it himself that he sell his sister. And everything I kind of mess with him, so he don't like it, but he don't saying that.
Well, you know what? I think he does his fair share of messing with people too. So it's kind of like he's not. He's done his. If we're talking about who I think we're talking about, he's done his fair share of trolling and being not so nice and things like that. So when he makes a comment,
I mean, Yoda runs back and forth from chat to chat trying to start fights, and Yoda still hasn't figured out that you live by the soundbite in this community. When he gets up there and even trying to make a joke, he says, "Yeah, well, I'll sell my sister out as a whore." Doesn't matter what the context is. People are going to clip that and they're going to beat him up about it for the rest of time.
Yeah, context is not something people really go looking for around here. I mean, we see it all the time with screenshots being shared and DMs and Discords and conversations, and it's like, whoa. That's why I'm never
backstage. I got a great example of. Do you got to jump off here?
No. I actually don't have to jump off because I just got a text that I don't have to. My son's friend's mom said that she's coming my way, so she said she'll bring him home. She'll take him for lunch and bring him home. So that was perfect.
But backstage, I got a great example of somebody who was being trolled, but he has severe autism, and we were looking at this guy for a minute on my show until we realized that he had severe autism. And then
is this the dating guy?
Yeah, we just stopped in our tracks. We're like, no, this is not okay. If you want to bring that up,
it's nothing that's going to be like hurtful to this guy, right?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Now I'm just showing you video of it.
Okay.
It'd be like me showing you video of a marmoset, completely harmless.
So a marmoset, how dare you?
But this guy.
It's like they know they want to serve like that. That's a strictly what you done. Got some ladies catching feelings.
But this guy, he's just gonna play music over his fucking thing. But this man right here, now he makes live streams all the time, and he puts a text now number out there, and he asks women to call him. He's been looking for a girlfriend and he's going online to do it, and obviously that sets him up for trolling. People will call him and troll him. But if you listen to him, if you just listen to this guy talk for a good 10 minutes, you realize something's off. The dimmer switch is set on full blast. Not good. It's even worse when people start calling him a pedophile.
Of course.
Yeah, people will call him.
And he's probably not realizing that he's putting this text now number out.
Sorry, you broke up a bit.
Or at least I could be wrong, but I think that there are teenagers. Oh, I'm sorry. Is my connection bad? Because I'm in a bad spot.
Just a bit. It's back now. It's back now.
It's back. Okay, good. Because I'm parked, and I don't want to have to drive again. So here's the thing. I would think as much as we want to say all of this is for adults and stuff, I'm sure there's teenagers that float around these communities, pop in and out of live streams. We never know they were there. And when you have this is just me interpreting, if you have this guy putting up a text now number, you get these kids that think they're being funny but don't realize how inappropriate it is on the other side, right? And that it sets this guy up to get into trouble for things he may not even realize he's doing.
Well, no, he doesn't do anything like that, though. All he does is answer the phone and say, "Hi, are you a woman?" And it's some 50-year-old guy on the other end of the phone that calls him a chomo, and then he screams about it for 15 minutes because it really upsets him, and it sets off I'm going to use the word spurg literally because he literally goes into a repeat. Just yelling it over and over again. I don't believe he's putting this on. He is 100% serious. He is trying to find himself a nice girl on the internet, and people just and all people do is just troll him and troll him and troll him and do that. And you don't troll a guy like that. Now, Cyrax, he's a little more trollable because he gets up there and he plays into it, and Tonic, why?
Tonic, please, it'll haunt my dreams tonight. I went down the rabbit hole with the Cyrax stuff when I first discovered Kate, and it got to the point where I was watching a lot of old streams she had, and I was just oh, this is making me he's just too much.
I need to find some of the old interviews of me interviewing him about his new upcoming albums every time.
Oh, that would. I mean, that kind of stuff is good to watch.
We used to have Cyrax on quite a bit.
Ain't Cyrax the one that's in Maslow report? New picture thinking she's underage girl.
Yeah, that's kind of how it worked.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he's also whipped his own junk out on Masshole, and that stream is still up because the algorithm on YouTube does not recognize his dingleberries as human genitals.
Now, you realize that Cyrax is actually what brought me to live streaming. Straight you not. I was fascinated by Cyrax because as a kid, right in my 20s, I wanted nothing more than to be a musician, like a traveling musician. I still had a dream, but it's just not possible. So I just kind of fucking put it by the wayside. But to Cyrax, that's his whole existence. That's his whole being. He wants to be he wants to be a Renaissance man. He wants to be an artist. He wants to be a musician. He wants to be a producer.
Video game racing champion.
Yeah. Cyrax drift team. Yeah, totally. But he's what's the phrase? Jack of all trades, master of none. Is that what I'm looking for?
Yeah.
But
I mean, honestly, I'd rather mess with a Tyree than I would a Cyrax. Because Tyree is a fantastic lolcow. He thinks he's the greatest rapper. He really does believe he's the greatest rapper that's ever lived. Do you know about him, Audie? I don't know if you know who Tyree Sneed is.
Oh, Tyree is good.
He is Carly Fiorina's nephew. She's the woman that ran Hewlett-Packard basically into the ground and is a multimillionaire. He's her nephew. He has been completely cut off from the entire family and the fortune, and the whole family has money. He basically squats in motels until he gets kicked out and can scrape together enough money to get into another motel. He does these live streams where he talks about he's the greatest rapper in the world and he owns all these huge cars and this giant mansion, and he shows these pictures of like this impound yard with dusty cars in it with license plates from 10 years ago, and he claims those are his whips, and these pictures of houses you can find on Zillow and claims those are his houses. He's hilarious, and he flips out when you troll him. But he's not nuts. He's just way overconfident about his own abilities.
Well,
That's
there's
the
some
kind of
trolls
person I'd rather mess with.
There's some trolls that he lets slide, right? And that he actually thinks are pretty funny, and he will humor. I'm trying to find one in particular that always fucking makes me laugh. It's this troll who trolls him called the real Tyree Sneed. Now, this guy has done really good work with Tyree. Like he has done everything from buy Tyree's name as a public domain on a website, and then started like using his name against him and shit, like putting up like real estate shit on a website and selling shit under his name. To just fucking with him and coming on and smoking weed and being like, I'm the real Tyree Sneed, and just doing rap battles against him. Right? Oh man, I'm trying.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I got into watching. It reminds me like similar like when it's about like family and money and all that. I got kind of watching this other guy. Well, the name of the channel was Secular Opinion, I think. But
I'm
they
more
were showing this guy. Yeah, Van Helton, I think is his name. And
Oh
it's
God,
like,
Stinky.
Yeah.
Stinky.
Boy. Oh,
Yes.
Von Helton. Yeah. Yes.
Yes, it is wild.
We're talking about
He's
Von
like got
Helton.
this
And
ongoing.
One of
Yeah,
my favorite Von
expand.
Helton moments is when he was telling everybody that he is now a ninja karate master, and he has been, I guess, indoctrinated into being an official ninja from this guru in Ohio. He was telling everybody about
Wait. Do we know this guru in Ohio? Does he have a TikTok and wear clown masks a lot?
Oh boy.
Because if his sensei is Joey Wolf, the man with the hands so deadly that they're registered as weapons in Ohio, that would just be the ultimate harmonic convergence of epic stupid.
I don't think it was Joe. I don't think it was
that's a
Joey
shame.
Wolf.
That
But
would be
Von
awesome.
Helton, he got taken for $700 from this person, and he still thinks he's an official ninja, as he calls it, in Ohio. Shit.
And
He
can
was
we
also
just
saying,
take
like-
a moment to say rest in peace, Grampy Lobster. We
Oh,
will miss
yes, I
you.
saw.
You were one of the greatest trolls that Stinky ever ran across, and the Fun Brigade just won't be the same without you.
Yeah, I was
Anime
watching like a
and
tribute
Rumor and
to
all
him
of
the other
them.
day.
There's a
Very
hole
sad.
missing there, and that sucks. That really does suck. The Fun Brigade was something else, and prayers. I didn't really know much about Grampy Lobster, but I know if I talked to Rumor right now about it, she'd just be broken up. She'd just be a mess right now. So
Hi,
would Garrison.
LG.
LG.
Yeah, what's up with the hate on LG? I just don't get it.
I
Now,
like
can you-
LG.
I like LG too. I don't understand.
I think there's a lot of holdover from the Turtle Boy bullshit, and Lauren is so far up Turtle Boy's ass that she knows what he has for breakfast before he does.
Well, actually, funny story. I was talking to my dad about Lauren today, right? Because she had posted a bunch of messages in chat that, hell, I don't even want to put up here because they're bad. This one's telling me to kill myself and shit. Now, am I going to do that? Fuck no. No, I love life too much, right? But, I mean, it's really weird, right? It's really odd that she's just kind of putting that much thought into it. But I talked to my dad. I was like, so this woman went to the Air Force for 2 years, and she opted out, right? And my dad goes, you can't do that. And I go, Dad, what?
No, she didn't opt out, dude.
Well, I mean, she says that she had the opportunity to leave.
Yes.
And my dad says, no. It's after
there is
4
a way
years.
for that to happen. There is a way for that to happen.
After
Yeah,
4
something-
years, not 2
She
years.
was involved in like a scandal, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Right? Am I
Yeah.
right, Joseph? There was like a
Yeah, she
scandal.
was-
I don't want to say anybody.
From
guilty,
all anyone has been able to determine, nobody, and Lauren is painfully honest about what's going on in her life. As far as I can tell, she was the victim of an assault and was given the option to step away.
Yes. So we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, she has.
am I
She
okay?
hasn't. She has an honorable. I've seen the fucking papers. She's
Yeah.
shown them. She's shown her ID card. She's not making anything up about the fact
Yeah.
that she was in the academy and left the academy.
I mean, I just
As
find it
much
weird. You know, she would just like, you know, was she not good at making sandwiches or, you know, getting in
Well,
the kitchen? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh my god.
I know you are.
Conic,
I know you are.
remember
But as
whose
much
stream
as-
you're on, buddy.
Yeah, as much as she makes me angry, I won't touch that with a 10-foot pole, but I will say this. For somebody that goes around the interwebs claiming how intelligent she is and how smart she is and how well-spoken she is and how educated she is, I don't understand why she resorts to like name-calling and look-shaming. Like that is her immediate response to every single like debate
It's
or any
it's
sort
because
of like
I
discourse.
you want I can explain it to you. Would you
Yes.
want to know?
Yes, explain it, please.
So her sister is better looking than she is, smarter than she is, better spoken than she is, and far more successful than she is. So she is forever following sister issues. This is why Lauren is a perennial student. She was going to go to the Air Force and be great. Didn't work out for her. So she went and got a math degree at UC Davis, I think. And she was going to be a math teacher. That didn't work out for her. So then she went to law school. She's going to be a lawyer. She's got her degree from law school. She will not be able to pass the bar, or even if she does pass the bar in her third or fourth try, she's going to be a really shitty lawyer that will never be able to open her own practice. So she will find yet another career that she's going to go into, study for 4 years, and come out with a degree.
Yeah.
It's what she does. She's very good at going to school. She's very bad at having the job after she gets the skills and training, because she can't put away her disdain or her attempt to be competitive long enough to do whatever job it is that she's supposed to be doing. That's what she will always be. She will forever be learning to do something and never actually get out there and do it. And her running her mouth as she's currently working working for the public defender's office, where she is.
Yeah.
She is still under bar association view there. So anybody that reports her shit to her boss, do you really think anybody is going to allow her to work on a trial when she is open and public on YouTube saying stupid people, liberals, fat people, poor people, none of them deserve anything? And that's the kind of people she's going to be defending in the public defender's office. That's a possible mistrial. They're not going to let her help people. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Like,
she's fucked herself.
She's a classic example of somebody that has all the book smarts there is, right? They can pass every exam. They can fly through school. They can be the honor student, but has zero social skills or zero common sense. Like
She's socially
like,
inept.
Yeah, she's socially. Why would you put yourself? I mean, I don't know. My career is very precious to me, so I tread lightly, because even though it has absolutely nothing, I would think, to do. People are crazy out there, especially on these YouTube streets. Like, I just don't understand why she thinks it's okay. I don't know. Maybe I just.
Now, hold on, Audie. I finally found my favorite Tyrese scene.
Okay.
Yeah,
one second. I hid somebody's comment by mistake, and I apologize, whoever that was. So just so you know, it was an accident, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. It took me a minute to find it, but this is my all-time favorite Tyrese Sneed moment. Absolutely fucking hilarious. The time he takes on his arch enemy, Toilet Sneed.
Dream, we have a special visitor. We have the real Toilet Sneed.
What's up, people? This is Toilet Sneed, the real Toilet Sneed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, sir, you surpassed yourself with this one. Keep going. What does Toilet Sneed have to say?
You know what I'm saying, dog? I'm the realest gangster. I have everything. I own everything. I'm the most beautiful person on earth. I'm the most beautiful object ever created.
I agree. I'm looking at you.
Nobody smells as good as me, dog.
Right?
I'm the best thing ever invented, dog. Nobody can deny that, dog. You know what I'm saying? Why do you deny my greatness? Come on, dog. Battle rap me, dog. Why don't you battle rap me, dog? I'm in this bitch. I'm the real Toilet Sneed in this motherfucker. I'm coming for all you hoes, dogs. You know what I'm saying?
That dude sounds like he smokes weed.
Fucking Dream.
And how the fuck do you smoke weed? I'm a toilet. I'm the real toilet Steve.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, dog? Nobody compares to me, dog.
Bro, I give up, bro. This toilet beat me out on the radio, man. I'm quitting.
Wow, yeah, he's kind of a slumlord kind of YouTuber, man. He's
You know what I'm
trying to
saying?
be a
Dream. He's a
Truest shit you
toilet.
ever said,
Come
dog.
on,
I'm a
man.
mother.
I mean, no, Dream is the same guy who told everybody on the internet that a woman that he came into a condom, put it on dry ice, put that shit in the mail. The woman put it inside her, and she is now having his baby that she is going to sue for child support several states away.
Stop.
No,
Well,
Audie,
100%. He's not kidding. 100%. That is exactly what Dream said. And then he pulled a turd out of the toilet and licked it. Dream is.
Oh yeah, that's on my stream too. That's on one of my streams.
He overdosed and almost died live on camera one night, just laying there on the floor. His whole chat just sat there and laughed at him.
Oh, that's like
it's fucked up. It's fucked up. Dream, like we've seen him go through problems with his wife, where his wife is packing up her shit and saying, "I am leaving you," in the middle of the stream, and he is still streaming. It's insane.
Well, that's
he just waves.
They would like
He just waves to her and goes, "Shut the door when you go."
I'm making content here. I'm earning super chats.
Absolutely,
yeah,
man.
Revan Shanny's another great example. Even though
Oh,
I occasionally feel bad about even giving them attention, because in their case, it's the kids that suffer.
It's the kids. I feel bad too for the kids. I think that every time, but at the same time, I will admit I have watched.
I can't deal with Reverend Shanny. I tried for the longest time. Once it got to the Reverend Shanny sex tape that I watched in a Discord.
Oh no!
I was like, I can't do this. That almost turned me off porn for good, and I love porn. Like,
God, when they misread the freaking GPS and it took him down into the freight yard, and she's screaming at him to turn, and he turns when she said, and he gets the car hung up on the train tracks, and then she starts yelling at him for doing it, and like he had to get out and push the car. She's a freaking water buffalo, but Rev, all 94 pounds is strung out. Rev is the one that has to get out and push the car. I mean,
Rev has a piercing. Rev has a piercing through his fucking urethra.
Wait, a piercing through his urethra?
Yeah, it's a Prince Albert. That's a Prince Albert.
Like the bottom, and it is going inside the urethra. Yeah, that's not okay. That's not how that works.
Yeah,
he got
did
it wrong.
I was like,
did
wait,
it
that's
wrong.
not how that's supposed to be.
I mean, I'm a fan of like piercings and shit myself. I usually fucking, I do a lot of research on them, like how to take care of them and shit like that. But I can tell you that is just outward wrong how they did it. They did that man dirty. Like that man is going to have problems with his dick for life.
Yeah.
He's never going to be okay again. Yeah. I mean,
they're like a good, like that's another example though, like, and I'm sure a lot of what we witnessed, like especially was scripted and staged, right? You would think that, like all of their bantering.
I would hope to think.
Yeah, I mean,
Richard, they may exist. That doesn't make it good.
No, it doesn't make it good. It's still terrible because their kids are bearing witness to it as well. But remember when they were getting evicted?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was replying to Richard Cheese. I was replying to Richard.
Hey, Tonic, I hate to break it to you, man, but that's exactly how Prince Alberts are always supposed to work.
I was supposed to
go through the urethra.
Yeah,
I thought it went through the skin, and that was it.
I thought like
in one side and out the other.
No, that's an ampelang, goes from one side to the other, and those.
I'm thinking of ampelang.
Yeah, they miss the urethra.
Okay, all right, dude. I can't going through the urethra. Fuck, man. Fuck.
Some people are into weird stuff.
I mean,
give you
but
a bubble.
If it goes through the urethra, doesn't it? I mean, isn't that like I would think you're setting yourself up for some infections and stuff.
It just reminds me of the fucking Sublime song.
Like,
she pulled it out and went drip, drip, drip.
It's the same as like if you get a piercing inside your mouth, if you get like a tongue piercing or something like that, you're supposed to keep it clean and sterilize it until it heals up. You're not supposed to, go running out with your fresh piercing and nail every, backlot hoe in town. You're supposed to wait.
That's what I would think, LG. I had my tongue pierced, and I it was right before I went into college, because I was 18 when I was a senior, so it was right before I went away to school, and I hid it from my father, and how, I don't know, but I was sitting at the dinner table and got busted, and I still remember, I never ran so fast in my life, because his exact words were, "Is that a fucking barbell in your tongue?" And then I ran, and that was it. And I had it until my college.
The one thing that kept me,
and they said you can't.
The one thing that kept me from the whole tongue piercing thing was the fact that it fucks up your teeth.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, teeth are very important to me.
Yep. Everybody I know who's had a tongue piercing like that has ended up either losing it because it annoys the hell out of them, or because it fucks up the back of their teeth because it's constantly clicking and banging against.
Oh, no. It's stainless steel there. They just banging around in your fucking mouth all day. There was only one fucking tongue piercing that I ever saw that I was like considering, and it was one of those fucking those posts, and then it had a pill on it, and I was like, that's actually kind of cool. That's
clever. That's clever.
Right,
I liked it when I was, like I said, 18, but I could not imagine. Just for me personally, like having that now. But things were different back then. Like,
look, the reason I got piercings was one fucking reason. In high school, girls would see that and they'd realize, A, your parents are probably not home. B, it was an easy way to get laid, basically. If you had piercings, it was like a girl smoking, right? Smoke, she pokes, that kind of deal.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I got a tongue piercing and a tramp stamp all in the same year. I was batting 1,000.
Batting 1,000, Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, no, I know I was in high school, man. I remember when I was a kid. There was a transition that went from like you were only cool if you wore baggy jeans to now everybody's wearing skinny jeans. And I remember being turned down by this girl, and I'm like, "Why? What's going on? Like, what's the problem?" She goes, "Oh, you're wearing baggy jeans."
She said, "Tonic, your junkos are bunkos, sir."
Pretty much, yeah. And I was like, shit's got to change. I got to get my ass to a pair of skinny jeans, pronto tanto. And from then on, there's all these pictures of me in skinny jeans and band shirts, right?
I'm glad I missed that. I was still in the baggy. I think when I graduated high school, the baggy jeans and stuff were fading out. And is that when skinny jeans came right after that? Like after that?
Yeah, emo phase, My Chemical Romance, and Taking Back Sunday when they went on them.
Okay, so I saw them in concert in this place.
Who, Taking Back Sunday?
Taking Back Sunday and I think it was Taking Back Sunday, and I think it was My Chemical Romance in 2000 and. Okay, let me get the year right because I have to picture my life. Okay, it was pre-kid for sure. It was pre-kids, but I was in college because I went with a girl that I went to college with. So I'm gonna say 2002, maybe 2003. And
I never seen Taking Back Sunday, but I did get to go see the guitarist, right? The band he broke off into after he had a fight with Adam Lazzara. It's called Straylight Run, and they were actually really, really good.
Well, I had no idea who these people were. It was not the kind of music I listened to. It was a girlfriend of mine. We went to college together, and she was like, "Come with me. I got these tickets," and it was in this kind of underground like club. It was a cool place. I had been there for other things, and actually had so much fun. But I didn't know who they were. I was just like there, and I was just having fun. And then I remember years later, like they getting more and more popular, and thinking, "Oh, I'm so lucky I got to see them."
Taking Back Sunday was one of the I absolutely love them. Like, Jesus Christ, it's one of those like you put it on. And just like the Backstreet Boys or something, I'll just start singing along. I just can't fucking help myself.
Can't help but sing along to it.
I can't because I listen to it for hours upon hours upon hours.
That's how I feel about Bruce Springsteen.
See, I can't name for you a Bruce Springsteen song.
Oh gosh,
The Boss, is that who we went by? Springsteen.
Yeah.
Come on, you have to know "Dancing in the Dark," the song that made
course.
Courtney Cox famous.
Dancing in the Dark.
You'd have to play it for me, to be
Jersey
honest with you.
Girl. Thunder Road. Oh, there's so many. I could sing them all. Bruce Springsteen.
Machine is a dud, all stuck in the mud somewhere in the swamps of Jersey.
New Jersey. Oh, you should have saw my wedding.
I can tell you every song off of like Cobra
Rosalita,
Starship album.
The best song ever written.
Fucking Cobra Starship was one of my favorites, right back in the day. I was a very early 2000s emo listening kid when I was a teenager, and then I got into a lot of metal. Like I always listen to a lot. I love that shit.
My son says that a lot now. Emo. He'll be like, "Mom, I'm so emo now." Like I don't even know what that means.
You know what? Go to your son. Start listening to some Armor for Sleep. He'll know what emo is after that.
I mean,
fucking literally, it's an entire. They wrote an entire CD about killing yourself, like and how to deal with
listen to that.
Like fucking how to deal with life after someone like passes like that. And
is that what it means? Like being depressed, being sad, being like down and out. Is that what emo is?
My friend Jack actually put it. No, my friend Jack actually put it really well. He's in chat if you don't see him. He's the stack of pancakes. He goes, Why are all these rich kids in the suburbs so fucking sad? Like,
all right, gotta bounce. Thanks for having me.
Bye-bye. See you later. But I started making my way into electronic music after a while. Because I got sick of like depressing music. There's a difference between music that is giving you lyrics that it's telling you how to feel, right? Versus electronic music with no words, and you just feel the music itself.
See, I just don't have that kind of connection with music other than to like, I don't know, but Finding Hope, I don't think she's here. She likes music like that too. She loves music. Like she thinks, like she tell a story with music. I was saying this yesterday. Like she really gets it. I'm just an uncultured swine.
Well, like for instance, like okay, I'll tell you what really got me into fucking electronic music, right? I didn't realize for the longest time how endless electronic music is until I started looking into it. I didn't understand turntables or anything like that. I always looked at it like it was some sort of witchcraft. But when I saw people start using Game Boys, like original Game Boys, to make music, I say, hold up, what the fuck is going on here? I'm going to look into this. So here, let me bring up a video.
Yeah, so elaborate, meaning like the sounds coming from the Game Boy to make the music? Is that what you mean?
A program that you can program music, a game where you can program music into the game. And you can, it's literally, it makes the Game Boy an instrument.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got it backstage for it.
Oh, hold on. Okay, got it.
So this is a guy, right? I think he goes by 8 Brick Damage. Really, really great stuff. Yeah, he's got an original Game Boy right here and here. And this is fed between 2 mixers. Now, this mixer's got a crossfader here. It's got 2 faders here. He's got lots of effects right here that he can just drop in and out. You know, whether it's muting, whether it's stuttering, all kinds of shit. Check this out.
Oh, good. I can see it too.
right. So that being said, that's a little flat. That's a little boring, right? Not much going on there.
But it's fascinating to see him what he's doing.
Now, hold up.
It's clever.
Let's throw a little Mrs. Dash in there, right? Let's throw some guitar pedals in there, a couple of effects. Let's make it
spicy.
Absolutely. We want to go to Henry Home Suite. All right, Henry Home Suite. By the way, you should all check out his channel. It's absolutely amazing. Now, he's using 2 Game Boy Advances. He's using a different program, but you can see here, he's using 2 different guitar pedals to make this flavor up a bit. And then it's all synced together with this little box here and this mixer here. So Dutchie says, I really want to learn how to do this. Dutchie, what if I told you that I did? I used to go around Kansas doing this shit myself. Shit you not. I think Dutchie's seen this video. But I shit you not. Back in the day, we used to go all over Kansas. Hold on. Now, I shit you not. This is me from back in the day. But it's because I saw people on the internet doing this first. And I said, I want more than anything to do that. And I did. I studied for 2 straight years on YouTube tutorials, figuring out how to sequence music. I didn't know a fucking thing about it. But I wanted to learn. And I did. You know, it's just electric. Yeah, you can teach yourself almost anything.
Yeah. I believe that. I believe if like, especially when it comes to like certain arts, like if you, I think that some people are just born with like a certain gift, but that doesn't mean that like you may not have discovered that gift until a certain stage of your life, and then you can like expand upon it, whether it's through like self-taught lessons, whatever. But if you obviously have a passion for music and you get it at a level that like people like me don't, and I think that that's what makes you part of the reason why you have an ability to do things like that.
Right. I mean, it's reaching goals in life should always be a constant. You should never stop striving for excellence. When you do, you stay stagnant. Your brain starts to just make itself go crazy, like a bag of cats. Just run around in place. Sucks.
Yep. You get like mushy brain.
Exactly. And I think that's one of Connie's biggest problems. He wants to do something. You can tell. He doesn't know what it is yet. And that sucks. I feel bad for him in that aspect. I tried, you know, being like, maybe you want to try making music. Maybe you want to try your hand in producing. He's like, oh, I did. I was like, why did you stop? He doesn't have an answer for that. Maybe he wasn't too passionate about that. Maybe that's not what he really wanted to do in life, right?
Yeah.
Now, have you ever seen Connie when he started?
No, I just seen him recent. Like I've never seen him until the last couple months.
Are you familiar with Router with Crowder?
I've heard of it.
He's a political commentator. Really, he's trash. I mean, trust me, people, you won't Mark Dice. But let me show you what he used to do. He wanted to be this political talking piece.
Like he wanted to mirror him or mimic him or something.
Correct. However, he doesn't know shit about politics. He's not even registered to vote. Right? Why would it take politics from somebody who can't even eat at the table?
I mean, of all the things to come to YouTube and do as like a young person, I mean, I don't know, with like that just seems so like strange for Rebel to choose. Like, I don't know, that's just weird.
But I got that backstage for you.
Oh, sorry.
No, okay.
Distracted because there's like, you know, when there's like a bunch of things happening simultaneously, that's what was happening. And my stupid laptop something is very wrong with it. I'm gonna need help from somebody down the road.
So this was Connie back in the day.
Oh,
this was who Connie was. This was before me and Andrew had anything to do with him. Before he knew anything about this, all he knew was Turtle Boy, Brett, all of that. But this is what he wanted to do. He had a focus for politics.
Analytics soon. Let's call it analytics. Well, but this is a witness that supposedly witnessed the crime of the spa shooting. Oh no, the Boulder
customers.
The Boulder shooting. Okay, so not the spa shooting, the Boulder shooting that happened yesterday.
Shooting outside in our parking lot. I didn't do the smartest thing. I ran outside, saw shooting, ran back inside. There was shooting inside the building as well. I immediately knew my life was at
I don't
threat,
think he put peroxide in his hair.
and called 911 immediately. I was one of the first to call within the store. My coworker of mine with me at the time in Starbucks, her name's Helen. She's, I believe, 69, and I knew I had to get her to safety before anything. She is my elder. I must protect her, and so I.
Okay. All right. Yes. All right. So we're gonna move on now. And we're gonna move on to the Wuhan Institute of Virology.
But you see, he's got the attention span of a fruit fly.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of jumped around a little bit there.
He's always had trouble doing this. I mean, even if he did LG, it wouldn't have made the difference. The man can't focus.
I don't see him as a political pundit, you know, like it just doesn't seem like that's his niche, but you never know. But I just don't see how that would hold his interest. He's into, I thought he was like into music, and I thought he wanted to be a rapper, to be quite honest.
He did. That went by the wayside. He cut that shit out, you know. And he went on to the political stuff. He thought he could be the next Louder with Crowder. He thought people were all going to listen to him. They were going to follow him in droves. He was talking about important shit. The reality of the situation is Connie wants to feel wanted and important.
Yeah.
He needs that validation.
Yeah, he wants to leave his mark on the world, and he wants to be accepted in a, you know, community seems to be a common thread on YouTube where people are constantly referring to their community, my community, you know, and I think there's like some people really crave that. They want to know that they've either created one or they're part of one. Hey, Shifty. Oh, you cute little fish. So I think that he has a need for that. I think he has a need for feeling part of something.
Right.
Which
everybody likes to feel part of something.
Sure. but you can't, like, he tends to, just from my little bit of dealings, like he's quick to alienate people, or to quickly, he turns quickly and then kind of pushes people away that they don't want to engage, either out of fear of being on his intro, like, or something like that. Like, I don't want to, getting a dox, getting a phone call, getting something weird happening in your personal life.
Yeah, threats don't make friends.
Threats do not make friends. Absolutely.
Secrets don't make friends. Threats don't make friends.
You know what makes friends? Cupcakes, like baked goods is a big one. Like, oh, you'll always win me over with that. And, laughing and being able to.
Now, what's your favorite? Hold on. What's your favorite kind of cupcake? Vanilla, chocolate, swirl? What's going on?
Oh, no. I'm a little bit more cultured than that. I would prefer, like, if it was a grocery store cupcake, I would definitely take, like, a funfetti cupcake. Like, I like funfetti. If I only had a choice between vanilla or chocolate, it would be vanilla with maybe chocolate icing.
Hey, hold up, real quick, LG, before you go, what's the score on the Patriots game right now?
There's football happening.
Yeah, football all day long, and then Monday Night Football tomorrow.
I'm just thinking about. I'm gonna when I get off here, I'm gonna catch up on some House of Dragons.
Jesus Christ! I've actually been watching it. You got Netflix, right?
Yes, I have Netflix. Yep.
I watched a really, really weird, funny show with Mike Myers. Austin Powers. It's weird. I'm probably gonna slaughter the name. It's called like The Privateers or something. Privateers or something like that. It's about a secret agency of nice people.
Okay.
13 Pat. Thank you.
Oh, I'll keep my eye out for it. I like.
Yeah. Check it out. Just check out a couple episodes because it'll make you laugh. It's a goofy show. It's funny. Oh, Mike Myers is in full scale here. He's doing all the costumes, all the different characters.
Fun.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. Please. I started watching it. It was actually I got into it.
Okay. Let me see. There was another really kind of silly.
Oh, real quick, Gen X wanted to tell me that she's totally leaving this channel forever. She hates you for life. She wants you just to have the worst in life. Everything the worst happens to you. No, I'm just kidding. She says, Tonic, can you tell Audie I need to run? And she is good with chat. Is she good with you? She's asking if you're good with you.
Yes, it's fine, Jen. I'm going to be wrapping it up anyway because he's going to be getting home any minute, and I really have been saying all weekend I need to clean my house, and I have not. I think it's worse than it was on Friday.
No, I feel you. I just had to put up a bunch of clothes and shit because my dad took one look at my room. He goes, "What the fuck is this mess? Get to work, you slob."
Yes. He's to say, buddy, you better get it shape up or ship out, right?
Oh yeah. My dad's a big fan of that. That.
So I have to. Well, I forgot the kids don't have school tomorrow because it's Columbus Day. So that.
You mean Indigenous Peoples Day? That's offensive. Columbus Day. How dare you?
But you want to know something? The town that my son was in for this party. The reason why the pickup thing was crazy was because they're still doing this and I forgot this particular area does this massive Columbus Day parade. It's a big deal there, and it's still a Columbus Day parade. That's what they call it.
Still okay, so they're not bending the knee to the whole Indigenous Peoples Day.
Huge Italian community there, a big Italian community. There's a million Italian clubs, Italian men's club, Italian women's club, Italian this club. So I guess they fought again. I don't know, but they're doing it. So hey, Savage, good to see you. Long time no see.
Good on him. I my politics. I don't talk too much about politics, to be honest with you, but they're actually pretty right leaning. I'm not a big fan of the whole woke shit. I'm not. And it's kind of weird having an interest in what I do. The furry community, which is very LGBTQ plus friendly, obviously. Mm-hmm. It's still, when it comes to things in the LGBTQ plus community, there's a lot I disagree with. So it's very, very tough.
And interesting, which I'm sure everybody here has seen, but I always find kind of interesting, and I do not always agree with what she says at all, but I do find her interesting to watch and hear her points. And I know I'm going to get shit for this, but Blair White always kind of comes out strong against certain agendas that she feels is that the LGBTQ plus community is pushing, or certain political agendas that are very, as we say, woke or whatever, the SJWs. She's she takes an interesting point of view, considering she is a trans woman, and she's very, very conservative.
Right, and it will, when it comes to trans issues, it's a really, really fine line you skate.
Well, yeah,
Super fun.
it's different, but she also looks at it strictly from the science, I guess, side of it, and she's very against. Okay, honey, she's very against. Like, you know, I feel like it's not talked about as much, but there was a period there where we were doing a lot of, not we, but there was a lot of talk of like children and children's right to choose gender, and like when is it an appropriate time to allow them to start, like, never mind the talk, forget about what you talk to your children about, I'm talking about like the actual medical side of it, like
Taking hormones or testosterone. Yes.
So she was like big on campaigning against that because of her, I guess, personal experiences, as well as she interviewed quite a few people that at a young age started to transition and then regretted it and changed their mind, whatever the word is to use. But anyway, it was interesting to listen to. I really do like to hear everything.
The sad reality of this is when transition happens and it starts to take effect and they start to have doubts, the suicide rate is almost a complete fucking coin toss, about 45%.
So sad.
It is very sad, and that's why, you know, and kids are incredibly impressionable. You know, when I was a kid, you know what I wanted to grow up to be? I wanted to grow up to be a brontosaurus. All right.
Yeah.
Obviously, that didn't pan out. Okay.
Nope.
So kids don't really know what they want. They know what they want right now. If you ask your kid if he wants a Kit Kat, he's gonna say yes. If you ask your kid if he wants a master's degree in computer science, he's not gonna fucking know what you mean.
Of course. And the thing is about kids too is like their brains are you know, they're functioning, their brains are growing with them, right? And there's a reason why children can't vote and can't drive a car and can't buy alcohol and can't fight in, you know, the armed services, and there's a reason why children need parental supervision up until a certain
Absolutely.
Adults.
But I don't agree with parents trying to push their ideals, not the kids' ideals, onto their own children for what gain? You want your kid to think like you?
Yes. And there's a fine line between parenting and indoctrinating. So you know, that's a good conversation to have one day, is kind of
absolutely. I'd be more than happy to have that conversation.
Yeah, that's a good one, because you have to, as a parent, you know, sometimes you want to, when your kids get older and they start sharing thoughts and ideas about things, like things maybe they just hear on the news or kids are talking about it in school, and you want to say, no, that's wrong because that's not how you believe. But sometimes you take a breath and go, okay, explain to me why you think that. And you kind of hear them out and let them come to their own conclusion, as long as it's nothing dangerous, right? And then allow them to be free thinkers. My mom was big on that. She was an artist and a kind of a
you know, like the way I see it, if my kid wanted to turn out to be like Divine, are you familiar with John Waters and Divine and all that?
I'm sorry, say it again. Divine? Who's Divine?
What the fuck?
I don't know. Tell me. Maybe I saw something. Is it something I shouldn't?
Are you not familiar with John Waters?
John Waters?
John Waters.
I'm not, Tonic. I'm sorry. I told you I'm uncultured. Fine.
Let me bring up a picture of Divine and that beautiful, beautiful person. Give me a second. Oh my God! Why?
Maybe. Okay, hold on.
So Divine. Holy, she's the filthiest person on the planet. I want murder legalized. Oh my God. Fucking, I got a vaccine.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Oh, yes. But I don't think I know who this is for the same reasons you know who it is. I think I've just seen them on like TikTok or something.
Yeah, yes, Divine. Now, God rest his soul, gone too soon. One of the most amazing actors to grace the silver screen. This is still very much a man.
Yes.
In every sense of the word. Okay. When they are out of costume, they're bald. They're still a man. Mm-hmm. But they would play a woman every time they acted on screen in drag. That was their character. That's who they became. Now, I would be more than fine. In fact, I'd implore it if I had a son and he ended up doing shit like this. But I don't like the idea of them putting chemicals in their body that alter their makeup.
Sure.
And could be potentially harmful to them.
Well, and also there's a marked difference between drag and somebody that's trans, right? Drag is performing art, and that is
it's a performance art.
It's a performance art. It is a it's essentially, for some people it's their livelihood, right? And it's they're not usually in drag. I mean, drag itself, and even like a cross-dresser, somebody, I don't even know if that's the correct term to use anymore, but somebody that dresses in females' clothes because for whatever reason, but they've lived the life of a man is different than somebody in drag, because full drag is like
full drag is full blown out. It's just like in the community I live, it's like a full fursuit versus someone who just has a bunch of stuffed animals shit around their house, a bunch of pictures and artwork.
Yeah. Yep, and that's an art, right? Probably, and same thing for you guys. Like that's an art. People probably make those. Like for the furries, they make the costume. Like there's a lot of work, love, things that go into this.
Absolutely, those suits are fucking an astronomical amount of money. Yes, you realize a base suit is about $3,000.
That's wild.
Suit? And it takes over 9 months to make. One.
How long?
9 months. Over 9 months.
Yeah,
to make one.
I see with the yeah, I mean it's just like anything intricate. It's intricate and it's.
I'd look at it like polo. It's a rich person's sport. There's a few people that really illustrate this very well. Let's see. Odin. Let's see. Let's see if I can find a good picture of this guy. Right? This guy makes quite a bit of money off his own name, off his own suit. Right?
He, oh, wow.
Right. But it's a logo. It's a brand. He's built himself quite a pretty penny off himself. He went into business for himself with that suit, with the character he created. That's an original character he created. Right? But is that who he is when he takes that shit off? Fuck no.
Of course not.
Normal guy.
Yep.
But I shit you not. This guy does everything from entertainment to fucking OnlyFans.
Oh, sure.
And I mean OnlyFans.
Yeah, the grown-up, the spicy one.
There was one video he was doing where he was just showing off his Bad Dragon collection, which, I mean, it's a bunch of dildos. And he takes one that has a suction cup at the bottom. He's like, yeah, check out this one. Wiggles it around and just sticks it on the wall. And the rest of the episode, you just see this fucking little fucking wiggle
thing in the background, just bumping around.
I mean, the guy, he's hilarious. Wonderful.
I feel like that's like he is obviously an entertainer at heart, right? So like there is this side to it that is more than just what goes on behind closed doors. There's like this side to it where it's about entertaining and about creating the fantasy or creating the whatever it is that the mood you're trying to create or get people to kind of think differently, look at things differently, experience what you're experiencing. So to me, that's an art.
Well, and there's ones that aren't nearly as, they're doing it as they're that character, but they're not going as extensive with it, right? They're not going through the channels he's going, right? They're just a character who shows up at FurCons. They're well known. What these people are called, they're called pop furs or popular furs. Right? So Telephone is one of these. Let me go ahead and bring up Telephone.
So, as in, like, going to conventions and things like that?
Anthrocons, yes.
Yeah.
Telephone is adorable. Now, if you go and try to talk to Telephone when she is in the fursuit, the only thing you will get is the sound of a squeaky dog toy. That's how this person communicates.
What is it? What type of toy?
It sounds like a squeak toy, like a dog toy. That's the noise they make every time they talk to you. They'll go up and they'll give you a hug, you know. They'll be goofy, they'll dance around, but they'll never talk to you. They'll never actually use their voice. They'll just keep making the squeaky dog toy noise. They're in character. Right? With this person, their whole thing is they just go from convention to convention, and people know who they are. They know that suit. They know those blank eyes.
Fascinating.
Absolutely.
I learned something new. I don't think I probably learn something new every day somewhere. Some sort of interaction I'm having, whether it's at work or home or whatever. But the world is such a big, wide place where so many people are doing things to make themselves happy and make others happy and make themselves feel good. And sometimes we get caught up in the minutia, and we also seem to be strangely drawn to the chaos, right? Like we're strangely drawn.
Hold on, real quick in your comment section, pecan pie. Now, here's a funny thing to realize about that comment that they just put in. You realize that Nintendo and Sega have to write off on that, right? So they know about shit that's being made of their characters.
Oh, like the adult fans.
They have to know. That's their product. That's their intellectual property. That's what's insane. Can you imagine being Shigeru Miyamoto and watching your character that you created over 30 years ago just fucking spanking some hedgehog butt cheeks, some blue hedgehog, and you gotta I couldn't imagine. I couldn't fucking imagine. It's just
well, do they get a cut of the is there like residuals that get back, like is that copyrighted? So like they have to purchase
unless it's full parody license, then there is a cut that has to go to Nintendo or Sega.
Yeah. I mean, we often wonder why Google allows things they allow, but you have to remember they're getting part of it too, right? So, all right, guys,
Audie.
Wrap it up.
I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah, thank you so much, Tonic, for coming up, and Krosev and Jen and Glenn, and I think that was everybody. And thank you for paneling with me and showing us some really cool stuff. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for keeping me company. I had some time to kill, and I'll see everybody again soon. Have a good Sunday.
Peace out, everybody.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Go to church. Save your souls.